Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 127 of the Let's Play World. We're going to start off today by cutting down a bunch of trees, because I want to collect a bunch of wood to use in our storage room. I'm thinking I want to do wood on the floors of our base, and then have stone in the walls. And it doesn't have to be the same all the way through. You know, different rooms and different spaces can have different materials. But I think as a general rule, the floors will be wood and the walls will be stone. There are some types of wood I do want to utilize that don't seem to be growing around here. So we're going to plant some spruce and we're going to plant some dark oak. I think in our storage room, we're going to use spruce on the floor as the main type of wood. And I think, I'm kind of torn, but I think I want to use barrels again instead of chests. Barrels just look so much nicer than chests do. And you don't have to worry about a block being above a barrel. You can still open it even if there's a block right above it, where chests, you have to do either a transparent block or leave some space above the chest. So I'm going to work on that, collect some materials, and then we'll head back up to our storage area and start piecing that together. So just a quick update on what I'm thinking here. Spruce floors, we'll probably do little accents of dark oak just to give it a little bit of character. We've got our stone steps, and then I added a core here just using regular stone and walls so we have a little bit of depth. And then I did frog lights just to make sure everything was lit up on each of the platforms. And I think it's going to be pretty cool looking. A little bit organic, a little bit worn, like I was saying. And then we'll have a big long room with storage on either side. In our previous base, I think we had 60 chests. And so I'm hoping to have about the same amount of capacity. Another thing I want to do is I want to have some of the farms that we build feeding directly into our storage area. So that is something I'm going to consider while kind of designing the space as well. Ultimately, I think it's going to be pretty cool and different than our last base that we had. We'll definitely include a smelting system like we did last time, but again, different design and sort of different placement than we had before. I think the next thing I want to do here is figure out exactly what shape this thing is going to be. My initial thinking is that the rooms will be about 9 blocks wide. I think that'll give us plenty of room to work and to fit everything in. And I might do another stairwell down right here, and we might do the smelter directly underneath our storage room. So 9 blocks wide would look like that, and that seems appropriate. That seems like enough space, I think, for us to fit everything in. One thing I am quite aware of is as the base grows, we're going to cast a big shadow down here, and shadows often turn into mob farms. And so what we're going to do eventually is we'll probably have like a lake underneath the base, so it's all water. And that way, there's not really going to be anywhere for mobs to spawn underneath our base. Okay, this is it. So from here to here is going to be storage. And then on the opposite side, the same thing. From here throughout, this will be storage as well. We will probably expand this a little bit. And like I said, I kind of want this to be a balcony or a platform that we can land on. And then perhaps back here, I'm not sure if I want to just bring this all the way down or leave this open. We might have a little bit of a space back here as well. I think I'm going to line this in stone. And this is where the barrels are going to sit. And they will go up maybe 4 or 5 blocks tall. Okay, feeling pretty good about this. Let's step a little bit away and take a look at it and see how it is kind of looking from afar. And pop up here. Yeah, if that's the height, That's the maximum width. I think that's pretty appropriate. That's looking pretty good. And right there, that's going to be the little balcony that we'll come in and land on. And yeah, that's going to be our storage and then our portal room. And as you can see, we have a lot more room to work with. So I think what we're going to do in the storage room is we'll have 2 columns of barrels. So it'll be 2 wide and probably 5 tall. And then we'll have stone on either side so we can put item frames to denote what is in each of the barrels. And then we'll do that again. We'll have 2 barrels about 5 tall, and one more time. 2 barrels about 5 tall. So we'll have 3 bays that are 2 by 5, and we'll do that on either side. And then I think at the end, we might end up having chests here, and the farms can unload into these chests eventually. Another thought I just had, this is a really kind of weird pass through here. And what I was thinking about doing is putting a staircase down right here. And this could go down to our smelter. So if we have a staircase that's going down, this is not really going to be a great way to go through. And so what we could potentially do is just seal this up here. So when we're in this side, we'll see the stairway going up. And then we've got our balcony, got the other storage, and then we can come around the back side of the stairs and there'll be even more stairs. And I like that kind of snaky, organic, kind of labyrinth way of putting things together. Not sure if there's going to be enough, there'll probably be enough clearance here, I would think. Like this would be our stairs down. It's going to be tricky to build that. But yeah, so that would go down to there. Yeah, we've got plenty of headroom here. We're going to need about 60 barrels. So I'm just going to make a bunch of planks. The oak that we got. And start assembling a bunch of barrels. So my math was way off. One of these contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 barrels. So here we've got 24. Here we've got another 24. That's 48. 48 plus 48, that's 96. So I think what I was thinking was I was going to make this 10, and then 10 times 6, that's 60. But I had forgotten we're doing this on both sides. So I still think I'm going to add 1 more barrel across the top here. So we will have 60 on this side and 60 on that side, and that should be plenty of room. Well, it's starting to look pretty official now. We've got these little banks of barrels with room on either side for item frames. And we've got a whole bunch of them here. And if we run across to this side, we've got a whole bunch of them over here. One other change I did is I did add 1 more bank of stairs here. So the portal is up a little higher. And I also moved the portal over a little bit. So it's off center from the rest of the tower. So what will happen as we build up is different spaces will kind of be on either side of the center, and it'll feel real kind of organic and wonky. I'm pretty excited about it. We've got access to stone now. We need access to deep slate for the exterior, and I also need access to black stone. And I have an idea for the black stone. Here in the Nether, we've got portal to the base. This is the portal that goes out to the lodge. This goes down to our mine. I think right here, I just want to dig a stairway down so that we can mine some blackstone. Now there's a big old lava ocean that's sort of surrounding us, but I think we could dig a staircase down through this big old kind of mountain here. And I want to kind of line it up with our mine entrance here. At some point, we'll come back over here and we'll make all of this kind of pretty and themed and all that. I think this is going to work. If we just keep moving the stairway in this direction, we should be able to avoid most of the lava ocean. It's going to be a little bit tricky with all of these guys hopping around. Okay, we are at level 15, so I think that's about as deep as I want to go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do next is mine for about an hour and see what kind of materials I come up with. Well, I've stopped mining after about 30 minutes because this basalt delta is massive, and I am getting so much basalt, I don't have enough storage to contain it all. I'm finding lots and lots of pockets of blackstone, and that's what's most important to me. I want to be able to get lots and lots of that. And basically what I've been doing is just mining until I run into lava or I run into gravel. And I've been able to go hundreds of blocks because it's all basalt delta around here, so that's pretty incredible. But we're going to have no problem, it looks like, getting lots of blackstone, and I'm pretty excited about that. In addition to the blackstone, I found a bunch of ancient debris, 11 ancient debris. That's pretty incredible, so I'm pretty excited about that as well. Definitely need to put stairs in here. So now when we go into the Nether, we've got our base, we've got the lodge, we've got our mine, and then we have a stairway down to our Nether mine. Wonder where he came from. Did he come from the Nether? Well, anyway, now that we have this blackstone, I want to use it for the central column. So we're going to have this deep slate structure that's sort of wrapped around a blackstone tower, if that makes any sense. And I'm not sure how wide I want it to be, but I'm thinking, you know, similar to maybe the width of the staircase. So, you know, about 9, 10, 11 blocks, something like that. I'll try some designs out and see if we can figure something out. And then once we get some deep slate, we can start kind of wrapping the interior in a exterior facade. And I think it's going to look really cool. Between episodes, I'm just going to keep mining. Come up with lots of stone, lots of blackstone, and that way we'll have materials to work with when we want to build more. And I think next episode, maybe we'll tackle the smelter. I think that'll be a fun and worthwhile project. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.